why finding life in our galaxy is almost impossible. Simply for, at least to me, the scale of the universe, which is unfathomably big. It's very hard to not necessarily scale it, but understand the true size of it. And with that comes the travel itself. Because to travel, you would need to travel in light years, which light years is measured on how long it takes light to travel a year, which is a very big number. So, yeah.
What? That's so cool!
So then something with that is, if the Milky Way was shrunk down to the size of the United States, Earth would be smaller than a grain of sand. Which means traveling and finding said Earth would be not necessarily nearly impossible, but it would be really hard to find it, because not out of the location, but also that you're in a huge area trying to find a specific planet. That also comes to it. The Milky Way was the size of a football field. Our solar system would be the size of a dime, which means just looking, if you were an outsider, just looking at a football field, if you were in the exact perfect location, you can't find that dime unless you travel around the entire football field, which would take a long time. And to give the scale of the universe, we have this. We have this, where you can actually see how big the universe could be. Look at this. Like, here's Earth, right? Okay, look how small it is compared to our sun.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm going. Here it is compared to nebulas, and here it is. Here's our system compared to the galaxy itself. You can't see it. You can't even see the nebulas that are inside said galaxies, which would be very, very hard to see. Like, look how big this number is. Huge. This number is big. Like, look how big the universe really is. Because the same thing with this is, the further you go out, these numbers get bigger and bigger, to where something like from this 20 to 21 is so much more bigger compared to this 10 to the 12 to 10 to the 13. And that leads us to our next point.
What does that mean for finding life?
Since our galaxy is so huge, it would be almost impossible to be able to go far enough to find other civilizations. That doesn't mean that means we won't be able to find something in our galaxy. We just can't go far enough to visit systems. We could go far enough, it would just take a long time. Finding life.
That sounds like it will take forever.
The main theory for me is that the galaxy is so big that it's near impossible to travel, or it would take a long time to get somewhere. We need a spacecraft that would be able durable enough and fast enough to travel enough to make it so far. Which is why we should find something else, such as the wormholes.
What are wormholes?
They're theoretical passages through space-time that could connect one region of the universe to another. Modern physics site. So what this is here's point A, here's point B, and instead of going in a straight line, they fold in on each other so you can just go straight to it.
Are they even real?
There's no evidence to prove that we could use wormholes.
So why are we even wasting our time if we can't do anything?
Good question. As we develop technology, we'll be able to find more ways to scale the universe past our solar system. If we were able to find a way to bring spaceships to planets in our solar system, Mars, we could discover much more. Or if we could somehow theoretically find said wormholes and use them. Which also means we'd also have to travel to the wormholes, which means we need to do both. But to travel across the galaxy, we would have to find said wormholes.
We're excited.
Yeah, we out here. We out here doing stuff.